Apple Watch Series 3 4K subscriber giveaway. Get subscribed. Let's do it. What's up, folks? Welcome back, or welcome. So it's Sunday morning down here in Nova Scotia, or up here in Nova Scotia, over there in Nova Scotia, wherever you're at. I just got a call from one of my main people that I do work for, and they have a site meeting tomorrow, and you know, we have a bit of snow down here, and they don't want any issues getting into the site. They probably wouldn't have any issues getting in, depending on what they're driving, but I'm gonna head down and open it up for them anyway, just to make sure. So I have the F-350 with my 9.2 Boss V-blade. I'm heading down there right now. So I figured I'd do like a little 3-year review on this plow. So this is my original plow that I bought, and you know, why did I buy a Boss? Honestly, the guy that I deal with, the shop that I deal with for most truck accessories and stuff, that's what he sells. I've used Western, I've used Fisher, and they're all good. And this was actually the first Boss that I used, and I love it. It treated me very good. I don't plow just like Walmart parking lots and things like that. I plow, you know, rough access roads. You see me plow like 2 feet of snow in my last video. I'll put a link at the end of this video for that one. I do have some commercial properties that are asphalt, but not much. So a lot of my plowing over the years I've had this plow has been rough off-road, you know, rocks, gravel, all that sort of stuff. So I've had it for 3 years. This will be my 4th season with the plow, and I've had no issues with the plow sort of itself whatsoever. The cutting edge is still good. The only issue that I have with the plow, and it's a common thing with these Boss plows, is the 2-prong plug, the male and female plug. The male end, the actual connect part, like sort of corrodes and just deteriorates over time from sliding in, sliding out, slide in, slide out, and it thins out, and you don't have a good connection in there. I'll show you, once we get to where I'm going, I'll jump out and I'll show you the plow course, and I'll show you all that stuff, but that's the only issue I've had with the plow at all. So, you know, I bought another one. So what does that say? You know, I bought a brand new stainless steel one last year. This one is the painted one. I bought a brand new stainless steel one last year, had no problems with that. So yeah, I like the plow. The controller's really easy to use. I'll show you that too once we get there. The only downfall with this plow, and with most plows, is the headlights are terrible. Like, the lights are terrible. You can't see anything with them. That's why I have 2 rigid LED lights mounted on top of my roof, on top of my back rack, so it gives me some nice vision. My new plow has the LED lights, and they are a lot better. Like, you can actually see where you're going. They obviously aren't still as good as an actual headlight, but they're not bad. But these are terrible. These are absolutely terrible. But anyway, when we get there, I'll show you all around the plow, and I'll show it to you in use. It's not a lot of snow, so it's not going to be a huge test for this truck or the plow, but give you an idea of how it works. But anyway, let's go. I want to say, guys, the reason why I make these like review videos of the equipment that I have is because, to me, YouTube is the best platform if you want an honest opinion on equipment. You can watch all kinds of videos on, you know, from manufacturers, talk about how their product is the absolute best. You can talk to a bunch of sales guys that are telling you the same thing. But in order to get an honest opinion, you have to talk to people or watch people that actually use the product day in and day out in order to get an honest opinion, and then, you know, make your decision on, you know, what you want to buy. So that's the reason why I make these videos, is because when I'm buying something, I want to know how it actually performs. I don't want to listen to someone telling me it's the best thing in the world. I want to see someone that actually uses it day in and day out and get their honest opinion on it. So you're always going to get that from me. I'm obviously not getting paid by anybody to say it's good or bad, or one thing's better than the other. This is just my personal experience and my personal opinion. Some other guys may have completely different experiences with the exact same stuff that I use, and they may use the same thing I use and then switch to something else, and they think the thing they switch to is better. You're always going to get lots of differentiations of you know, the same product. You're going to get tons of opinions on the same product. I'm just giving you my personal opinion and my personal experience with all these products. Just want to mention that. That's why I do all these videos, guys. I do all these videos for you guys so that you can, you know, see how it performs, see how it does, and then make your decision from there. So, you know, obviously, please like, subscribe, share the videos. I'm going to be purchasing a few more things, you know, coming up. So the more people are watching, and the more things I can try out, and then you guys can see how it performs, and then you make your decision. All right. So here is the Plow 9.2 Boss V-blade DXT. The only bad thing I have to say about this plow, I mentioned the plug and the friggin' stickers. It's like they wear off very, very quickly. But you can see it's a big, heavy plow. Cutting edge still looking good. It you know, obviously they typically wear a little more through in the center of the plow and on the very end of the plow, so it is a bit thicker through here than it is here and here, but you can see there still is, you know, quite a bit of cutting edge left on this guy, and this is the 4th season of plowing. I don't have my bump stops in because I don't care about it. I can feather the plow if I need to. So hydraulic, basically all I've ever done in this thing is make sure that the hydraulic fluid is good. It's topped up. You know, like I think this, I've changed it once so far. Every year I grease all these points. I spray them with fluid film. I take care of all that stuff. You know, there is a bit of maintenance to them, but not much. I cover up the plow in the spring so that the sun doesn't lay on all my hoses and crack my hoses and all that sort of stuff. So I cover the plow up in the spring and summer. Like I mentioned, the headlights are terrible. They're pretty much useless, to be honest. That's why I have lights mounted on my roof. It's pretty easy to hook up. I know the Fisher and especially the Western is easier. There's no doubt about it. But it is pretty easy to hook up. You know, once you sort of figure out your sweet spot, you can kind of use like a spot on your truck. You can even mark it if you want, and then mark the front of your plow, so then you know you're pretty much lined up every time. But you know, as long as the plow is sitting on even ground, you pull in, it's very easy to hook up. Right now, obviously, it's in the lock position, but you know, you would have this on off, and you flip it on when you pull in, and as soon as you hit your hydraulic switch, up, it will pull the plow up high, lock it in place. Your pins will automatically slide ahead, and you know, you're set and ready to go. You do have to make sure that your plow is in float mode so that the light on your remote is red when you do that, or it won't move. So if you're new to this, you're new to the plow, and you can't figure out what the hell is going on, that's what's going on. So the only thing that wears out on these is this plug right here. So what happens is the little pin that's inside of here, you can see that is nowhere near as thick as what this one is. And that used to be the same size. So that's worn down, so the connection is not very good. Now I just ordered a set of plugs to replace for this truck, so I'm actually going to replace this plug. But I just, honestly, it looks terrible, but I bent the plug. I just used a set of crimpers, set of pliers, and this is very hard to bend. And I bent it so that it's tight and it still makes the connection, and it works fine now. So If you got a problem with your plug and your plow and you're trying to figure out what's going on, that's what it is. It's a very common thing with the Boss plows. Alright, so here's the remote, and right now you can see it's in yellow. So like I said, when you hit it twice and it goes down to float mode, there, it's all the way down, lights up red, and then you can just tap it twice and it brings it all the way up. Now, you know, when you're scooping, this is your wing up, wing up, wing up, V, and up and down, and that's it. Like, that is it. It's a very, very easy remote to use, and it's very easy for muscle memory. You don't need to look at the plug at all while you're driving. You know, you got your one hand, you'd be using your right hand. You're right here, ready to go. It's at very easy finger grip, you know, very easy access points, and it's very easy to shift, you know, while you're doing it. I love this remote. I've seen some of the other remotes and I don't like them. I like this much better, and obviously I like it because it's what I'm used to. And I could get used to the other ones, but I absolutely love this remote. So there is not very much snow here. There's like just a skim of snow. So they definitely could have gotten in. They definitely could have gotten in without me doing this. But, you know, how are you supposed to know? Anyway, we're gonna get her scraped down. The sun will lay on it, and you know, hopefully melt it off some. Get it down to gravel anyway. Who knows what these guys are driving? This could be a sheet of ice underneath here. Who knows? But anyway, so the plow, you know, this is obviously not a very good test for it, but the plow is very easy to use. It does a great job. If you tap it twice, it sort of goes into float mode. So tap it twice, it will drop all the way down, and that's all you got to worry about then. Then you can lift it up. It's pretty easy to feather as long as you don't double tap it up, because if you double tap it up, then it will come all the way up. So it's nice if you just want to do that, like I just did right there. But if you're trying to feather it, then then that's not what you want. But double tap it all the way down. So this one here, I have the drop speed down a little bit. My new plow, I need to adjust that one. It drops too quick. I actually never even really noticed how fast it dropped before until I watched a video of my first time plowing with the Toyos, and I noticed it dropped extremely hard and extremely fast, and actually a couple guys commented and mentioned the same thing. So that I need to adjust. I did adjust it a little bit, and I haven't really had a chance to use it yet, so we'll see if it's enough. But you know, this plow works great. No issues with it whatsoever. Very easy to use. You know, all the way up. There's your full scoop, your full V. Obviously in full V, you don't have a lot of ground clearance, so you do tend to, any sort of deviation in the road, you do nick corners when you're making those turns, or you know, you're driving down the road and there's a big hump in the road or something. You are gonna hit that. Plow was sort of gonna bottom out. Why did I go with the 9'2"? So 9'2", I went with that because even in full V, it's outside my wheels. So when it wings it back, even in full V, it is outside of my wheels, so I'm not driving over the snow and packing it down. So that's the reason why I went with the 9'2" versus, you know, the 8'2" or 8'6". That's the reason for that, and I'm very happy that I did. Yes, it's a big plow. It's a, you know, it's a heavy piece of gear on the front of your truck, but you're only putting these plows on, you know, heavy duty trucks anyway. Whenever you buy one of these trucks, they actually ask you what is your GVW of your truck, and they want to put them on trucks that are 10,000 10,000 GVW and above is what they want to put them on. So obviously when you put this truck on the front, that affects your GVW. So I like using this plow for this stuff, for this sort of stuff versus my new one, because the cut edge is worn down a little bit, so it doesn't dig in as much in the ground as what the new one does. We've had some pretty consistent cold weather, which is nice for when you're doing gravel, because at least now the ground is frozen and it's not so soft. You're not digging in near as much. Gravel sucks when the ground is not frozen, that is for sure. So like I said, at the end of this video, I'll put up my most recent upload, and it was, you know, this truck plowing a lot of snow. You know, this is just a skim of snow. It's kind of funny actually. But I'll put up the video of me plowing, you know, huge snow drifts, winging back the roads, you know, some heavy wet snow. So I'll put up the video at the end of this one, so you can get a better idea of what the plow, and I mean also the truck is capable of. It's not just the plow, it's not just the truck, the tires too. These tires, I rave about them. Anyone that watches my videos know that I rave about these General Grabber X3s. They've been fantastic in every situation that I've ever put them in. But anyway guys, that's pretty much it. 3-year review, 4th season with it, 4th season with it right now. Nothing really but positive things to say. A couple little, you know, knickknacks here and there, but like I said, it's common, it's very easy to fix. I've treated this thing rough. As I mentioned earlier, it has not been just plowing parking lots for its life. It hasn't had the easiest life, and it's still going strong. So anyway guys, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you like the video. Lots more reviews on equipment that I have to come. Everyone have a great day, safe day, and we'll see you next time. Later.